Okay, this is the first podcast from the UCGDC Guild. My name is Travis. This is Jacob. This is Max. Assisting us here is also Lachlan. He's behind the camera doing all the operations. Basically, this is going to be a weekly podcast, or most likely a fortnightly podcast, which is just going to shoot the breeze. I can't say it the other way because we're not allowed to swear. So, yeah, that's sort of the main focus of this. And also through these segments, we'll also be posting news, reviews, and also what the club is going to be doing throughout the monthly events, anything else like that. Sometimes might have an audience, so we got Holly and her cousin sitting over there. And you may or may not hear it through this recording. We do have the 3D printer going on in the background, so we apologise for that. Can't control that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you share spaces. But yeah, so let's just start off on the first thing. So two movies I'm super keen on. Well, one I'm really keen on, Doctor Strange.
Yep.
The other, Blair Witch. But Doctor Strange, that comes out next month, October 15th, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I was reading some cool news about it that it almost didn't have Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
Oh, really?
Who was it going to be instead of Benedict Cumberbatch?
They didn't want the second person. Like, really. So what happened is that he was... Because he does Sherlock. I don't know if you watched Sherlock.
Yeah.
That's like, it's been 2 or 3 years since the last season.
Well, actually, a couple of 2 images from the new season just got announced.
Yeah, so it's coming out next year, and that's related to this, because what happened was he was filming that stuff, and he also had another movie that he was doing with someone else, and there was a lot of conflict over timing schedules and everything like that. And the director petitioned Marvel to ask them to delay filming in principle, because they were just like, we don't want anyone else but Benedict Cumberbatch.
And that happened, I guess.
Yeah, and he was super humbled by it, because he's like, the best flattery you can give an actor is the fact that you stop a whole movie
You know you're
for
doing
them.
something
It's just
right.
like, we don't want anyone else but you.
We need that guy.
Benedict Cumberbatch, so that should be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see a lot of dialogue between him and Robert Downey Jr., because in the comic books there's so much, I don't know, I think they mesh pretty well.
Yeah.
And then you got Tilda Swinton that's going to be in it as well, from Narnia and House Caesar. Mads Mikkelsen is always a favourite actor from Hannibal, and I mean, it's old now, 2006, can you believe it? But basically Casino Royale.
Yeah, he was Le Chiffre, I believe, was the character name.
Yeah, yeah. Heaps of actors. And then there's Rachel McAdams.
Oh, she was from Mean Girls, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was. Wasn't she, Max?
She definitely was.
Yeah, you're an idiot. But yeah, so...
Yeah, and that other movie.
What one? Passenger?
Oh, well, yeah, Passenger. We can talk about Passenger.
Yeah, okay.
Well, absolutely. So, it's got my bae in it. It's got Chris Pratt.
Your bae, eh?
What everyone was hoping was going to be like the new Han Solo, but obviously he doesn't look like Han Solo, so they chose someone else for Han Solo.
Yeah. But, Passenger looks really good.
I'm keen on it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and I just thought, I've got to see this movie. It just looks visually nice.
Yeah.
And, I know the story sounds like really, interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I watch those sort of trailers, I do my best to try and watch half the trailer. Because as soon as you go over that, you're getting spoilers. That's when you go on spoiler territory. That's where they're showing you the main bad guy.
Yeah.
They're showing you, like the biggest explosion in the movie, and it's like, oh, okay, so the building does explode, or so the spaceship does turn off.
Batman and Superman.
That was annoying. Hey, when I saw that, I'm like...
As soon as I saw that, I was just like, nah, there's too much spoiler, stop.
Batman and versus Superman was a huge thing for that. It spoiled the whole concept.
Yeah. There was nothing in the movie. It's like, I mean, well, aside from the smaller scenes, like where Batman was fighting, when he breaks into the scene to go save Martha.
Martha Clark.
And he just like, he grapples a dude behind him, he like swings that idiot over, and he smashes them to it. Then does he grapple a crate, then swings the crate? I only watched that movie once.
I saw it on the plane.
I liked his fight scenes.
Yeah.
I like the way they did his fight scenes.
Yeah, oh, well, they just felt really hard and nice, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was interesting. But, I mean, I don't know, Ben Affleck as Batman, and being the pure Batman fan I was, I had my doubts at first, but, he's really done a good job.
I just hate whenever you talk about Batman, Max.
Why is that?
Because you wear the shade. You wear the shades harder than Batman does.
Because
Ben Affleck's a good actor.
I'm not saying he was a bad Batman at all.
Okay.
I was saying
Because he's a
that-
great actor. I mean,
Oh,
he did
yeah.
Argo. He's a great writer. He wrote The Town with his...
And he was in it too, and
he was
I
in The
love
Town.
that movie. That was a great movie.
Yeah, he is... And he's won Emmys and Academy Awards.
I
Yeah.
wasn't questioning him at all. I had my doubts, but no, honestly, I'm impressed.
Have you seen a new Bat suit, though, for the new... I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I actually liked the way the bat suit looked in Batman v Superman because that
Yeah.
was such a throwback to the original grey and black leotard, but they made it look militarized but tough with the texture they put onto it.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah. And that to me was just like, that's rad. But now, this new way they've gone to, it's like, you know when you see all those fan art drawings of Batman where they try to like make him look like a robot or an armor?
Yep.
He looks
Seen
too much like that.
Too
Yeah.
much of that. And
Yeah.
it's depressing to see this for generation.
It's a Batman skin for Genji.
That's kind of how I felt. That's kind of how I felt for the new one, like for Batman vs Superman one.
Yeah.
And then I saw it in the movie. I thought that's good. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
I personally thought it was excellent. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Genji, so obviously you heard how Hi-Res Studios, they've been accused of like blatant rip-offing of
Oh, yeah, I know
Overwatch.
what this is about, yeah.
And yeah, and then Overwatch obviously has got accused about like ripping off Team Fortress 2.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean,
It's all about rip-offs these days. This ripped off that ripped off this.
yeah, there's innovation,
sad,
but like
isn't it?
I played the original beta for Paladins a year ago.
Yep.
Ages ago.
Yeah.
It did not play like Overwatch.
No way.
It was different. The characters were different. But within this last year, and since the early access release, which only came out on September 20th, or like the other week or something, it's doing really well. It's got 1.5 million downloads, 1.2 million installs already. It's a free-to-play game, mind you.
Oh, okay.
But it's doing really, really well. But, you know, I was watching someone else do a playthrough because I haven't played it since the original beta a year ago. So I was watching some of the people playing it recently, and there's too much like Overwatch. There's a Roadhog. There's a guy who literally hooks people in. He basically shoots with a shotgun. There's a Reinhardt character. There's a Black Widow character whose weapon, not only is it a sniper, which has a machine gun, which is, you know, that's a pretty unique thing that I've seen in Overwatch. I haven't seen anyone with a sniper rifle with a machine gun. The sniper rifle even functions the same, that you hold the sniper scope on, it charges up to give you your 100% shot boost. Like, I mean, you know, you don't want to say it's ripped off. You don't want to say they're just plagiarism.
But the evidence might be there.
Yeah, I mean, that's too much.
I mean, they even did the sniper scope. The sniper in Team Fortress 2 even did that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because I don't know if it did it like exactly the way they did in Overwatch. Obviously not. But I remember you zoomed in and there was like a very small timer for like 100% shot.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have that, but I knew it used to have that in early TF2 because
Yeah.
it was like the difference between like, you know, people like essentially quick scoping, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
I feel bad for Team Fortress because obviously Steam tried to release a competitive update to that game. It bombed. I don't know if you were watching it when then it came out. Everyone hated the way that it matchmaked. Everyone hated the way that it rotated through the levels. There wasn't really a lot of love for it, other than the most hardcore people who wanted any form of competitive mode.
yeah,
They were just like, I want something. I want some form of ranking.
yeah,
And they got it.
They got
and
it.
it was
It just
bad.
wasn't very good, and it was too late because I used to play Team Fortress 2 like ages ago in a competitive sort of area.
Yeah.
And even then it didn't feel nice because it didn't have that framework.
Yeah, because they did it in response.
yeah.
Like, okay, they may not have done it in response because it takes a while to do that, but it seemed more like it was in response to Overwatch. So sort of like since Overwatch was announced and since it was sort of coming out, they must have been looking like, oh, how can we keep Team Fortress interesting?
Yep.
That's what they decided, and that's not where it really...
I don't think. I mean, Overwatch has got a unique take on, you know, the concept of doing 2 6-people teams, and, you know, with all the unique characters and everything.
Because they're hero characters. I think
Yeah.
a hero shooter. It's not just a shooter like COD. It's a hero shooter like you're playing
I wouldn't
a persona.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify it as a first-person shooter because
No.
there's more to it, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Overwatch as well, Blizzard's ISP, like their whole service provider, has been having a lot of DOS attacks recently.
Yeah.
Since, it was actually, you know, some said it was since Legion came out, but it's actually
A little bit before it.
Yeah, it was a little bit before it, and they've been affecting all of Blizzard's stuff, like all the...
Which is annoying because, I mean, you get these hackers and they're DOSing these big companies and like, yeah, we're going to take responsibility for it. It's like, great, you ruined my day off.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
Thanks, guys. You know, and I mean, I mean, in Australia, like, you know, for most people, it's fine. We get 2 days off, 3 days off, whatever like that. But for some people in other countries, they get their day off, and like they work so hard in like Brazil, for example, or even in America. So it's like whole service is down. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Can't play Heroes Storm. Can't play Hearthstone. Can't play Overwatch. Can't play Diablo. Can't play WoW.
I have to admit,
What are you gonna do?
being a WoW player myself,
Wildstar?
it was not.
No.
Being a WoW player myself, that sucked. That really did suck. But,
Yeah.
you know, I won't say too more about it because I'll just be venting then.
Yeah, I mean, luckily when I went to play Legion when it first came out, I didn't have any issues. I didn't play any of the beta stuff for Legion either. I didn't want to spoil it. And I've probably only played around 30 hours of the new Legion expansion, which is, you know, nothing compared to what people are sinking into it. You know, 60 hours, 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't even know where
I
you
don't
find
know.
that time.
I think I've had my binge of World of Warcraft, and I keep on coming back for every expansion, and I just...
That's how Blizzard gets you, though.
I
Eh? They do it with everything.
They've got
everything,
money
though.
from me every single expansion. I buy a month, I buy the expansion, I play the game for a week, and then I don't touch it for a year and a half until the next expansion comes out.
You're like, oh, okay,
Oh,
this one
such-
has promise. It's got promise.
I mean, first thing you know, you got Legacy of the Void, and it's like, oh, it's Legion, and then after Legion, it'll be, oh, but Overwatch is happening before
I didn't get
this,
Legacy
and
of Void. I have not bought that.
You still haven't.
No.
I've tried Legacy of the Void. It's
Everyone said it's
initially
good.
Initially, it is good. Initially, it's like, remember when StarCraft 1 came out? You had Brood War that came up after that. It's initially just like, you know, that's how
Yeah.
they're doing it. You know,
Yeah.
Heart of the Swarm, Legacy of the Void.
They're also going to do separate episodic expansions as well. I've heard. If there's enough people who want it to happen.
Yeah.
So if enough people are just like, yes, you know, expand the story, expand this, expand that, then they're going to release episodic content.
Yeah. We have to pay extra for the each episode.
Some of them.
I don't know. They were saying some of it. They said that it's largely in the air because they've never done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't really know the pricing model, and because they're saying that they're going to look at different levels of depth of the expansions. Like it might just be a new quest line that's made, or it might be like a cinematic
Yep.
with more voice acting and that sort of stuff. So I guess it just largely depends on how much effort.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, depends on the audience of StarCraft themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that audience sort of, you know, it took us a while to get StarCraft 2.
Did you see the guy making a StarCraft 2 MMO in the StarCraft 2 engine?
See,
I
I have
don't
heard
follow
about
the
I have
StarCraft
heard
2
about
stuff.
this, and
The mod engine that you can do in StarCraft 2 is super powerful.
Oh,
So this
okay.
guy has-
Yeah, I have actually. I remember I was like, my friend's like, come play StarCraft 2. I was like, all right, so I'll download it. Yeah, we're gonna play some Pictionary. I'm like, all right, yeah, Pictionary in StarCraft 2.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that's
like-
exactly what I want to do with my $1,200 computer.
Yeah, but it's just like I didn't
it's
understand.
so worth it.
Yeah, no, but this guy, he's changed the camera angle, he's built skill sets, items, gear, questing. It's real basic. It's really more like an alpha. But
Yeah.
the fact that he's gotten that far with building an MMO inside another engine just through basic modding tools
Yeah, modding
is
tools,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
I mean, I think a lot of people.
StarCraft's Blizzard's letting it happen.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I think a lot of people do want to see a StarCraft MMO. I mean, you know, World of Warcraft got one.
I don't think it will ever happen.
Oh, come on, we can dream. I can dream.
Oh yeah, you can,
Yeah.
We can dream.
Yeah, you can dream. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think when Blizzard is really scraping the bottom of the barrel because
Yeah. Or do you really think that?
well, they got
need to?
Overwatch now,
Yeah.
so that's their new IP. So I think before anything else, they would expand Overwatch
Yeah.
into other media before they expand StarCraft again.
Yeah.
I think you're more likely to get a StarCraft in other media. So like either a comic book series, a book series, a cartoon series, or a movie.
Oh, a movie would be good.
Before, or maybe even TV series, before you'd ever get a StarCraft game, like a proper StarCraft game, in a different genre.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, looking at games and movies, did you guys hear that because Angry Birds generated so much money in the box office, can you believe, yes, this is true, that Fruit Ninja will become a movie?
That
New
is-
Line Cinema has got the rights to it.
That is disappointing on so many levels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
And to think that was, the heart
It's going to
and
be
soul
Keanu Reeves on doing this. That's
I
going to be the
thought you
whole
were being
thing.
serious for a second. You were saying Keanu Reeves was going to be in
No,
the
no. That would be good though.
John Wick just pulls out some guns. He's just
You have to assassinate the watermelon or
was
something like that.
Fruit Ninja was the heart and soul of the Brisbane game development scene. Heartbeat
Yeah.
more specifically.
Well,
And,
I mean, they haven't really done much since then. I mean, they did Jetpack Joyride,
Yeah.
which they've been riding on forever.
Wasn't that the last? Is that the last thing they did?
That's
recently?
the last new thing. Oh no, they did Rocket Repel or Repel.
I think they did.
the climbing one. Well,
Yeah,
So, was it Barry in it? Barry's one of their characters.
He's one of the characters you can unlock, but he's
Yeah,
not the
well,
original character.
I was gonna
There was,
say.
there was another game they did that we saw at PAX last year when we saw Paladins, and it was the one where it's like you got the fish, you like fling the fish, and they dive in and out of the water.
Yeah,
I had that game on my phone for a while just because I wanted to check it out. I was like, okay, you know, Heartbreak have a new game that I haven't seen. We'll give it a go.
yeah,
It was fun for an hour
yeah,
on the bathroom, and then never got opened again.
yeah. Oh, one of my mates' roommates, he is so bad for that.
Oh,
Like
right,
going to the
okay.
bathroom with a phone or with a book or something. So my mate Richard, his mate Scott, he would go to the bathroom, and he would go in there with like a newspaper or a book, and he would literally disappear for 2 and a bit hours, and he would come out, and Richard would be like, "What are you doing in there?" And he's like, "I'm just reading a book." He's like, "There's a couch, you got a chair here, there's a patio out there, we got a swing seat." It's like, "Yeah, but it's so comfortable." It's like, "It's not though, it's hard plastic on porcelain." It's like the least comfortable thing you could possibly have.
It's so peaceful in there, you know,
Ah.
like you're just there with your thoughts.
Yeah, but it's. I can imagine.
And the echoes.
Oh, the echoes of just of watching a video and that stuff as well. I mean, I do know.
That stops after a while.
I do know people.
Oh
that-
yeah, I mean, then you just sit there for like an hour with like the wind. Yeah, that's not what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Hey.
But speaking of crappy things, there's basically I don't know if you heard, Russia has banned Pornhub and YouPorn over in their country,
Yeah.
and this is part of their. I can't remember what their law is. It's basically to protect children.
Yeah.
It's a really stupid idea because you can just use a VPN to get around it. They're only banning selected domains, which means, you know, YouPorn and Pornhub aren't the only porn streaming websites.
Yeah, no way.
There's like
thousands.
RedTube, there's like Xhamster, there's like a million other ones.
Brazza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta,
just an
you
example.
gotta
Hang on,
pay
let me
for
just
that.
go to my
I'm talking-
history real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, let's go on Google history. But you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
talking
true,
about
yeah.
like free stuff, and
Yeah.
so
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah. But by the same token, the dumbest part of it is like, and why it's so stupid is that these laws are the same laws that they use to lock up, jail anyone who is not a heterosexual. So if you fall as part of the other community like LGBT, Q and all that sort of other stuff, if you fall into any of those communities, that's against the law. Like, and particularly if people find you, not only will you get harassed, you can get fired, and there's no repercussions for the business firing you, and you know people just will beat you. The cops won't even care.
So
like,
the
That's a
whole
terrible
so
play. Like,
correct me
wow,
if you
it's a
you know
terrible
you were
thing.
saying they banned porn. Was the main motive because they're protecting the children, or is there more to it than that?
that's
I mean,
that's what
their
they're saying.
excuse. That's their excuse.
it
Like,
smells a bit sort of, you know.
Russia's like this weird place where they're teetering on the brink of being like China and North Korea, but they're not quite
Yeah.
as stupid in every regard. So what I mean by that is China would be okay. Well, actually, I don't know enough about economics. So, but China would be in probably a bit better position if they had a bit better laws to protect their country and to make more business go there. So if you don't know, China doesn't really have like copyright or patent laws.
Yep.
That's why when you get something like an iPhone or an iPad getting made, all the components get made somewhere like in Germany or Switzerland, right? But they get put together in China. The reason for that is because obviously they have patents on how something is machined, how something is created, the materials and the supply chains. If that was done directly in China, it'd be far easier for them to rip it off, which they already do.
Yeah.
But other countries have to make it as hard for them.
Yeah.
And China won't use like Windows. They'll use like rip-off Windows, or they'll use like a Linux operating system for government services. Oh, very odd. Like they
That seems
want to try and build
dangerous.
their own economy, but they're doing it at the risk of their own national security
Yeah.
and
I
their own.
suppose.
And like, you know, you can't even buy consoles there. You can't buy a PlayStation or you can't buy an Xbox there, and you definitely can't buy a Nintendo because China friggin' hates Japan because they're still. I don't even know, but China and Japan never like. I don't know, someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but they never really signed some parts of like a peace treaty between those two countries because they're still technically warring over some islands that fall in between their countries. Like they still have battleships there.
How far back does that go though? Like as far
Like
back
World
as
War One,
World War One,
like forever ago, or World War Two.
I mean,
Like
you hear people holding on to grudges. That's like a whole new thing.
There's
And
like
they won't let him go either. Like I can't see that happening for a long time.
yeah, because they both believe that they own the islands.
Yeah.
And the other one's just like, no, I own the islands.
That's like
US gets
It's like
in it. The
spy
UN
versus
gets
spy,
That's like-
almost. You know, the two characters always just coming up with new ideas to piss each other off.
That reminded me of I heard a story about there's this tiny island like probably the size of this block
Yeah.
that we're in. And I can't remember the country, but one of them was Denmark, and there was some other country that was close by, and they're warring over this island because they both think they have the rights to it.
in it. Yeah.
It's grass, and it's about the size of this block.
I don't know, you can't even use it for anything. It's just for bragging rights.
It's just for
Yeah.
because they can say, "Oh, we own that. That's ours." It's so they can have a flag in the middle and say, "Yep, mine."
It just makes me think of like they got Kevin Spacey from Superman Returns. He's like, you know, the one resource they're not making anymore, land, and then he makes.
Give it to Kevin Spacey. He's a great actor. We're just going by saying he's a great actor.
No,
But
yeah, he is. I love
when
him.
you have what you just
Oh,
said.
and you know what's even funnier? Just the other night, for some reason, I had an urge to watch Austin Powers. So I watched the scene, the intro one, where it's Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And Kevin Spacey's Dr. Evil and Danny DeVito's Mini-Me.
Is that Goldmember?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Goldmember, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know the scene you're talking
And
about.
I forgot that he was at the start of it, and I just
For
lost,
me,
I just lost
my-
myself laughing at his bald head.
Yeah, my mother and auntie were so fixed that Tom Cruise is going to be Austin Powers. Like, ooh, so excited! But he's like, yeah, baby. They're like, oh, I can't believe it. And there's Mike Myers there. I was like, you thought wrong. They're like, well, what was all these actors
Got
doing in it?
him.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good way to start, Austin. What's happening with Austin Powers? I mean, there were so many rumors about there being a prequel. What happened
he's
with
not gonna
that?
do anything.
I don't think. Yeah, he wouldn't.
He's
want
done Love Guru, and that sort of ruined his career because that was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I think that's all we can say.
Yeah. There's not much more to go on that.
Yeah.
I just kind of. It would be nice. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, yeah.
It would be.
I definitely don't want another Shrek movie.
Oh, I was
No,
just
no,
about
no,
to say
that's-
maybe we'll get another
That's
Shrek
been milked
movie.
enough. I think that's safe to say. There's definitely been milked.
I
think.
To the point where I never saw the the most recent one. I haven't seen it. It doesn't interest me anymore.
Did you know that? I don't know if I was telling you. I don't know if I was telling you this, or maybe I was telling Sean this, but you know, Toy Story. Obviously, Toy Story games, Toy Story TV show, all that other sort of stuff. Tom Hanks actually gets his brother to voice him. So Tom Hanks' brother sounds obviously a lot like Tom Hanks, and he can also do the Woody voice. So every time you've heard Woody's voice in a non-Toy Story movie, that's Tom Hanks' brother. And you just gotta think how awesome that is, because like, you know, Tom Hanks, he calls for so much money. So like, oh, we're gonna pay you this much. He's like, cool, I'm gonna get you my brother who sounds identical. And I don't know how much he's gonna get paid, but I'm sure he gets paid pretty close, because Tom Hanks would either be like, well, you either pay him, or I won't do it. And like, you have to get someone who sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been examples of that in other things, like of using a family member to do, like in Terminator, the second one. There's a scene where Sarah Connor is
Twins.
like,
Yeah.
there's twins, because it's not a mirror. It's just basically what
Yeah,
it is.
that's amazing.
How creepy was that though to know that?
In the Fast and Furious movie, the one before Paul Walker passed away.
Yes.
The last scene that hadn't been filmed yet, so they just CGI'd over his brother.
Yeah.
So
They
that
used
was-
both the brothers,
Yeah, it was
didn't they?
two brothers. One
they-
was
for different
the
scenes.
yeah, for
body
different
and-
scenes. Yeah.
I thought it was one was the body, and they actually used the face of the other one, and they
Well,
mixed it together.
The scene
Yeah.
I'm more referring to is the one where like they're driving in the car and they drive off.
Yeah.
They just used his face and like.
But it-
Nobody knew. People were like, "Oh, he passed away at a very convenient time at the end of filming." I'm like, "No, that
Yeah,
was
that's
that was
not-
unshot
Yeah,
films."
That's not how dying works.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what they did in the. It's what they did in The Crow when Brendan Lee died. There were scenes they couldn't finish, so they
There's a
just
Crow
cut him.
curse. You know they're doing another Crow movie. Well, they want to try and get another Crow movie. Going.
Yeah, they've
not
been
gonna
trying
happen.
for a while. I don't
Not
think
gonna
it should. No, just leave it where it is.
Yeah.
The sequel was, my opinion. I thought the sequel was bad.
Did you know, Jared? Speaking about different movies, so Jared Leto, he's gonna be playing Andy Warhol in a biopic.
Oh, okay.
So and because like I don't know what he's gonna do with Joker, because he's real salty over that.
Was that because he got a bit backlash for being the Joker?
Because no, he was just pissed because apparently for the large part of his film that he did, apparently he wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, no, I have to admit, seeing
and
the
he
movie,
said on multiple occasions, like, he's bagged that movie. Like, he has bagged it, being just like, that's not my movie. That's not the movie that I was in.
well, it's a real shame because I thought his portrayal as a Joker was
Yeah,
pretty
you know,
good.
I'll be the first one to say that when I saw the trailers, I thought he was going to be literally the worst Joker that I've seen. He was not that bad.
No,
he wasn't stellar, but he wasn't.
I feel like he
He's
wasn't
no
original.
Jack or
But
Heath,
that's
for sure.
But then he wasn't in it that much. Like, you didn't get a good feel from it.
Yeah,
And that's
I get
why he was
that.
so angry.
Yeah.
I mean, I swear Ben Affleck was in that more than he was, and Ben Affleck had 2 scenes,
Yeah.
literally.
But yeah, that's enough about movies.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Games. Watch Dogs 2.
Mm.
I am keen on Watch Dogs 2 so much.
Yep.
I don't often beat games. I don't often bother finishing games. I just don't really.
Yeah.
I have about nearly 400 games in my Steam library. I would legitimately have completed 2%. I would say legitimately,
Yeah.
hand on heart, if I had to be honest, like from start to finish that I've seen the credits, not just like I've done enough that I know what's going to happen, like finished, probably about 2%. I'm a terrible scumbag with disposable income.
Well, it
Well,
really
I mean,
sounds-
those
it really says-
summer sales, though, you can't argue with that.
Well, yeah, and then there's Humble Bundles. Oh, $10 for
Humble
15
bundles,
games.
Greenlight Gaming as well, every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah.
It
But
really
yeah,
says something about certain games. Like, I know a while ago, I was like, oh yeah, I might pick up a game and play it for the story, and then I played Grand Theft Auto 5 again.
Yeah, or
Like the career, just because I loved it.
I jump
And
on.
there's not many ones I can say, yeah, let's play that career again. Even though it was quite long, I'm just like, yeah, did the whole thing start to finish.
I jump on Diablo 3 every season, and I play like 200 hours every season.
Yeah.
And I've played this game since it came out in 2014, all the time. I have more than 2,000 hours in this game. I need to just like cut it.
since 2005, with a few gaps every now and then, I still play World of Warcraft. And yes,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
all
well, I mean,
call me
so
a
do I, yeah,
scumbag.
yeah.
Well, let's hope Watch Dogs 2 has the same sort of feel with the story that you want to finish.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks better in every single way because, like, there's this guy called the Rad Brad, massive YouTuber. He's got like 7 million subs on us to it. He got a pre-release copy, or he was either playing it at Ubisoft Studios.
I think he was, because there was another YouTuber scene out that's doing the same thing.
Yeah, and they got to play the first 3 missions and screen cap and everything. It looks good. Everything about that he was doing, everything about the way that character moved. Like, there's more parkour, there's more like climbing up, there's more things you can do, more things you can hack.
Yeah, like you can. It was a forklift, and it was
Yes.
like going up to cars and forklift was like cars like flying
Yeah,
away. It's like, yeah,
so
that's
much
sick.
more.
That looks cool.
And like you have a drone, you can fly around, like drop grenades on people. It's like a
that
single
sounds
grenade.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know everything about that game. I am keen on it, and
I saw a thing on Reddit. It was like a picture of like the front cover, and it was just like, after playing this game after like on a pre-release copy, this is how I feel the game should be called. It's like Edgelord the game.
Oh, jeez. But I mean, with Watch Dogs 2, has there been any other information about initial release date, or is it all still?
No, it's
too
coming out in
busy?
November.
So it is coming out in November.
yeah. There's, as far as I know, there's no reason to be concerned about it not getting pushed back.
That's what I was going to ask
Because everyone's
you
seen
about.
live gameplay, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be like they're hiding. You know, all the bad stuff that they said about Watch Dogs. Can't defend it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It happened. I mean, there was a downscale. The port was utter trash on
Yeah.
PC.
Sadly.
They lied about so much stuff. Completely true. Completely true.
Still play it though.
I still played it. I
Yeah.
still beat it. I mean,
Yeah.
so I don't know what that says, but I mean, I still liked it.
Yeah,
I mean,
just-
Aiden was a dickhead.
I'm
As
just
a main character.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Watch Dogs 2 is going to set the new tone. You know,
It looks
Yeah.
good.
get it out of the darkness.
It
that
looks
was in-
really
I
good.
think they took the mistakes that they made from the first one and said, let's not do that again.
Yeah, but apparently, what was it related to? Watch Dogs was related to, I think, the same engine that they were using for the Division.
Oh, the Division.
And so the way that I saw it was Watch Dogs was they built this new engine or they built this new framework and they were building Watch Dogs on it as a first time because the Division, as you know, is their real big Ubisoft
Yeah.
game, which they're pumping and like doing all this sort of stuff for. And so I reckon that was the sort of thing like they want to get everyone familiar with the engine first before they moved on to that, which is why the Division got pushed back a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because
Like-
they were focusing on Watch Dogs.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
because
just 'cause-
they realized the mistakes they made with Watch Dogs and how
true.
bad it was. They're just like, oh my god, the Division is trash right now. We need to make it better before it comes out. Otherwise, it's just going to get trashed.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
And even then when it came out, still like it was very mixed reviews with the Division. Like
Yeah.
it just there was a lot of
Visually, it looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like some of like the
the
net
concept
code
was
for it.
there.
Like I was talking to a friend who like does like very specific net coding,
Yeah.
and he was saying that a lot of it was client side, a lot of specific stuff was client side.
Yeah. but I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think there's any reason to be worried about it or anything else like that.
Gonna give Ubisoft a chance, are we? I mean,
Yeah, they also make that other game with Tom Clancy. Is anyone else keen on it? Have you seen it, Lockie?
Which one?
The new Tom Clancy Ghost game. You're in the open.
oh yeah, no, I have Badlands or
Yeah.
Wildlands. It's one of those titles.
Yeah.
That looks really
That looks good.
interesting.
I saw that at E3. Yeah, Ubisoft with
Tom Clancy.
yeah with Tom Clancy. So I'm keen on that. That looks
Yeah.
good.
It's interesting because has Tom Clancy ever sort of? I mean, I know he's working with Ubisoft, but has he ever sort of had a
Working
go?
with- He's dead.
He's dead. Well, no, the company. I mean, the whole franchise of Tom Clancy.
I don't know.
What I'm trying to say is, have they ever attempted to do an RPG or a massive open
No,
world?
they've only ever done Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege,
Mm.
and then they did the Tom Clancy series, Rainbow series, where you always just break into a house, and that sort of stuff. But
It'd be interesting to see because I mean, going back to Rainbow Six, that was awesome when I first played that on PC. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Do you ever remember playing that on PC?
oh yeah, I was so crap at it. Oh, so crap.
You-
That game was
it's-
way above my age. You know, I'm like 10 or 12. I'm trying to play this game, and it requires tactics. I can barely spell tactics, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, you got a alpha team, a beta team, a bravo.
Beta
Bravo.
team.
Yeah, you got an alpha and bravo team, and Charlie team, and Delta company. I'm just like, what is this? Why do I have 4 teams to go into one house? Because I don't know. It was way above my
It was
intelligence
cool.
when,
Yeah, it was
when
cool,
I first played
but
it.
I didn't even think about that. Run and gun, good strategy.
I lost every time though.
You got to do it. What you do it a few times, and when you know where all the NPCs are, then you know to shoot them.
Yeah, because it was like the original. It's like Armor. Well, I mean, Armor's like it because you get hit once or twice, you're just dead.
Yeah.
Your guy just dies. It's like, oh, I got body armor. Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, welcome,
Bullets still kill you.
welcome
Yeah.
to a
To the full 50
simulation.
cal to the head.
A simulation
You know.
of war.
Yeah. Oh,
Speaking of two-shot kills, who played the Battlefield 1 beta?
I didn't.
I missed
I
out by
download-
that much.
Oh,
I
you guys
downloaded it.
disappoint me because that was good fun.
I heard horses were good.
Horses
Heard they're
were-
bulletproof.
Yeah, horses are bulletproof except for when I ride them.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as, they'd be coming at me, they'd be like, "Brrr," and they've taken about, 10 shots, all through the body. No, they're all good.
No, they're good.
And they come up to me with a sword, slice across the arm, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then I get on the horse and I take, a friggin' 5 mil to the leg and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
What-
that sounds about right.
What are the weapons like though? I mean, you've got we're looking at World War One.
it's very, World War One sort of weaponized, obviously.
I heard the weapons are good.
Yeah, they feel nice when you shoot them.
Yeah.
People, always worried, lack of scopes and all that stuff. I'm like, you don't need it. It just, everything...
But like, even if you worry about lack of scopes, like, what do you want them to do? Like, I mean, I know the
Yeah.
game isn't 100% historically accurate, but they're not just going to put in glass,
ACOG scopes.
telescope. Yeah.
yeah,
ACOGs.
FMJ.
Yeah, FMJ. Well, what is it?
Commando with the sabers on the horses. Commando.
Yeah.
Akimbo.
Kimbo.
Kimbo Deagles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt very nice. Even like shooting from the planes, from the back of planes felt nice. Even though it was like, obviously very hard to shoot from them because it's not supposed to be easy. When you did hit stuff and you got used to it, it felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the planes as well. These are sort of the old school like biplanes.
Yeah,
as
exactly
well.
right.
I love the glitches from Battlefield 1 though.
Yeah, there was some good
I've
ones.
seen like people like they get their horses, they like jump them through windows like and bail off them, and the windows are half stuck, like with a horse sticking outside and inside it.
Oh, speaking of, one's like where there's like a small ledge about this big, and I'm running, and I go to jump over it, and I get to the top of it and slide back down. You couldn't vault certain things when you're running. Another one I saw, some guy was running, and he was just about to run, and when you run, the FOV goes back a bit.
Yeah.
The FOV went really far back, and he's running. It looks like he's running at light speed. It was so funny.
Someone remade the original trailer with all glitches.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Oh, beautiful.
I will look for that after this. Biggest thing that I'm keen on next year, as far as consoles go, is obviously Scorpio and Nintendo NX.
Scorpio.
Project Scorpio.
Project Scorpio.
That's the new high-end Xbox console,
Oh, okay.
which I don't really play my console that much. But I mean, I do a bit, but not as much as I'd like to. Not as much as I wish I would. But I'm just keen on it. I mean, it's just interesting to see that sort of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I barely touch my consoles as much as I would like to as well. I'm on my PC all the time now. It'd be nice to go from scratch and, you know, brand new console, brand new way of playing games.
I wish I
That'd be
owned a
exciting.
console. I don't
Wish you
actually
owned a
have one.
console? I have
Like-
8.
Yeah. I just never really
Aren't you
wanted
supposed
one.
to be broke?
These are things I've collected over time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the NX, that's meant to be a home and portable console. Like, they've clarified, well, not Nintendo, but Nintendo's partners have clarified, I guess, letting it slip, maybe accidentally, maybe on purpose, but the guys Game Freak, or the Pokemon company, whatever they go by now, they've confirmed that they're releasing a first-party proper Pokemon game for the NX. And they specifically mention in this interview they're doing the fact that it's going to be, you know, you can go playing it at home and then you can take the console away with you and go play it while you go to work or whatever.
Yeah.
So that clearly illustrates or implies that it's both a home console and a portable handheld, which I'm interested in. Everyone's saying it's going to have a Tegra X1 chip, which if you don't know what that is, that's what they use in the NVIDIA Shield. And
Yeah.
NVIDIA also made a Android tablet ages ago. It was a failure. I don't know if it was really a failure. They didn't really try too hard. They just sort of just made it.
Yeah, just to see.
But it came out in 2014, and I think they're probably going to use that chipset or that chip series, but they're probably going to use an X2,
Yep.
which came out this year.
Well, I mean, you know what they
They're
say.
probably just prototyping it with the X1.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is how the drivers work. This is how it all goes. Yeah. But yeah, and that's getting made at Foxconn as well. So, you know, you'll see more leaks to come out next year as it gets closer.
As the hype will build then as well, surely by then. We'll probably know, everyone will know more about it by then as well,
Yeah.
when it gets bigger and bigger.
But before next year, I'm going to be buying my Razer Blade.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard you were saying.
So I'm
that
so
one
keen
of
on this. I know. There's probably people who are just like
splurge.
Razer sucks, and don't
No,
get me
no
wrong.
way.
No,
Like
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
I'm on the fence myself because I got given for Christmas once. I got given like a $300 pair of wireless headphones, and I got given like a Razer keyboard and a Razer mouse. The Razer keyboard and Razer mouse lasted me ages. The headphones lasted me 9 months before
Yeah.
they broke, and they wouldn't charge, and they stopped being wireless. And I was like, this is great.
Oh, well, I mean, the headphone, like the audio equipment. Nah, I've always heard bad stuff about them.
Yeah.
Had my keyboard and mouse for as long as I can remember, and they've done me a service.
Well, it comes with a 1060. That's the main thing for me. It comes with a 6700 quad-core U, which is like the laptop version of a Intel 6700 version. 16 gig of RAM and a GTX 1060, which right now
You'll be pretty happy.
is more powerful than my desktop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a scrub on my desktop. It's only got a 960 inside it.
There's
Oh,
always
that's
room.
better than
There's
me.
always room for improvement on that.
Yeah.
I've got a 670 Ti. 670?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm real far behind.
Yeah.
But I can still run everything fine, which is great. It's just I've never had a reason to upgrade because it's just I play a game and I'm like, yep, I'm getting 45 to 60.
Yeah. Well, I'm only gonna get this if JB Hi-Fi has it because I just want to finance it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend $3,000 in cash.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna buy it online when like you can't take it back to a store. Like if it's faulty, at least I can go to JB Hi-Fi and say, fix it. Fix
I have
it.
to
'Cause
admit, my PC at home, the Beast, it's so tough that it's starting to talk to me as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Remember
every
that time you
time I
bought an
turn
alien
it on.
laptop and it was really
Oh,
crap?
here we go.
And it
I'm
just
never
didn't
gonna.
work.
I'm never gonna leave this down, am I? When
Yeah,
I
because
bought
you're an idiot.
Because I bought the alien
Because
laptop.
you didn't know anything about computers,
Then
and you didn't ask anyone about computers to help you.
this was this is before before
Was it?
we
No.
met. No, this is before
Was
I met
it?
you guys. Yeah.
Still no excuse.
Just for the record, just because I didn't meet this guy, that was it. You know, that's
That's
because it was
well,
a
I
shit
mean, your
decision.
first problem is you had no friends, so
I had friends.
You were
that
a
just
criminal.
Weren't visible friends
You
at the time.
left, right, and center. It was either Mars bar, it was either picnic, it was either Snickers.
Just disclosing that Mars bar story for the next podcast. We'll find out maybe
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
tune in then.
Yeah, tune in then, I guess.
You know, I was walking to uni today.
Mm.
So the worst thing happened to me, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm crossing the road.
Oh, okay.
So I'm crossing the road. I see a car coming. So what do? I stop, obviously. It's not a crossing. I stop. And the car slows down. and then I'm standing there and I'm looking at my phone. I'm clearly not going to cross. And they're still stopped. And they're looking at me. And they're pleading with me with their eyes. Being just like, walk across. I'm just like, are you an idiot? You have the right of way. Drive your car. You spastic. Oh my God.
This has been a serious concern against you.
It just riles me up some fears.
You know what grinds my gears?
I had a guy because I remember I never used to care about that sort of thing until you you told me about
Tim
it.
and I.
Yeah, and I was just like, and I'm like, yeah, all right. So I started stopping, and then one time I stopped and I got my phone, and the guy stopped and I'm still looking at my phone, and he honks his horn, and I look up to him and he looks at me. I'm like, I don't want to cross, and like I could just be standing there waiting for someone.
There's so many other reasons I could be standing next to the edge.
It really is an awkward spot, though, that huge crossing. I mean, the campus does share it with the,
No, there's a crossing part.
Yeah.
And that's where the car's supposed to stop.
Yeah.
And then there's a non-crossing part where the cars aren't supposed to stop.
What I'm saying is it's big.
This ain't exactly the Mississippi. Like, there's clear distinctions.
Yeah,
But
loving that reference there, Travis, just by the way.
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights,
Who
yeah.
doesn't love Men
Mel
in
Brooks
Tights?
for the win, everybody.
I lost. I never lose.
Yeah, we could do Mel Brooks stuff all day if we wanted to.
I thought that was a cue to go into 104.2.
Oh, no. I'll bring it up vocal radio.
So Samsung's finally fixed the Note 7.
What was
So
the
no more fires.
No more grenades. I don't know if you know. I was talking to Tony the other day and Sean, and for people who don't know them, they were basically in the army or served in the army currently. And apparently Australian grenades are really crap.
Yeah.
They don't do anything. They're more of a bang and more of a pop and a flash than anything else. And I'm not talking about a flash grenade. I mean a grenade, a proper grenade, a frag grenade. Yeah, so apparently in a factory where our grenades get made, one exploded in a person's hand. And so this is both fortunate and unfortunate. The person didn't die. Now, the most concerning thing is, and this is what the board of directors were looking into investigating, is why didn't he die? If a grenade explodes in your hand, you should be dead. I feel bad for him. He lost his hand. A bit up the forearm as well. Like his arm's gone, and he got disfigured. So that's terrible. But he should have been dead.
Yeah.
He should have died.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. But just stereotyping what Australian grenades would be like, bang! Just imagining.
Tiny speakers in
Yeah,
them.
just a guy going, bang! Look out! It's going to explode!
Magpie.
Or better yet, it explodes into magpies. That's so weird.
That'd be more effective.
Speaking of magpies, just on a quick note, I walked to the train. I got swooped by 4 different birds. I'm telling you, magpies, butcher birds,
Since you're a scrub.
friggin'
There you
pigeons. They'll
Plovers.
and there was one
You said
plover
4.
as well.
You only
yeah.
mentioned 3.
Yeah, well, there was the plover as well. But the thing was, they're getting bad in my area. It's annoying.
Maybe they just don't like you.
That's what you see. That's what people
I
have been
don't like
saying.
I
I
don't
mean,
like it.
Blair said it, which is I don't really care. But moving on to the next topic, shall we?
Yeah. Well, so what are your thoughts on the iPhone 7?
I really can't give any thought. I've still got an iPhone 4, for Christ's sakes.
Okay.
I'm so down with the times. But in saying that, I don't think, from what I've always seen with iPhone and how Apple likes to really do up their next product, I've got my ifs and buts about it, but it does look generally good. But still, I'm always just,
No headphone jack?
I don't know. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no headphone jack, but like in its own respect, like
You get why they did it.
Yeah, I
and you also get
understand.
why people are angry about it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Which is a proper position to
Yeah.
take. It's like, I get why you're angry. Like, you can't just go to a 7-Eleven and be like, oh, do you have any headphones? Yeah, $3.
Yeah.
Plug them in.
Or even like I just want to listen to music and charge my phone while like laying in bed. My phone's like on 5%, it's gonna die. Oh, I just want to chill in bed, charge my phone, listen to some music.
Yeah.
Can't do that. But then in the same respect, they really want to use
Wireless.
wireless. They want to
Bluetooth
use
and
their
all that sort of
earpods.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
AirPods.
AirPods.
AirPods, sorry, or just like the
AirPods.
Bluetooth headphones in general. And I understand that too because why not go wireless? Everything's going wireless at the moment.
I think it's a good thing because, like, everyone bags on it, but you gotta understand, Apple is in a unique position in the marketplace that they're so ubiquitous with so much technology. So, digital music, they basically brought digital music to mainstream. If it wasn't for them, you would not have digital music like you do have it
probably
right
not.
now today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, it sucked if you had a non-iPhone, but you go to gyms now, or you go to certain hotels, well, maybe not now so much, and not so much in Australia, but they all have iPhone chargers in there for you.
Yeah.
Like they would just have an iPhone charging port.
I noticed that on the treadmills at the gym I go to.
Yeah, they just got them there. And, I mean, people would then criticize Apple for changing the 30-pin connector to the Lightning. But,
Yeah.
you know what people don't forget? The 30-pin connector came out when the iPod came out.
Yeah.
So when they replaced it, it was 10 years old. It's a 10-year-old connection.
Yeah, it just wasn't good.
And it was a proprietary connection. And I know they went to another proprietary one, but they went to a better proprietary
Yeah.
I
one.
suppose you got to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to move on. You can't
Yeah,
stay on something.
you have to.
forever.
And plus, I mean, I work for Telstra for like the last decade now, and the amount of people that come in with an older iPhone, before they changed it, and the pins were broken or bent, they'd be like, "Oh, cool, yeah, your warranty's void, man. Have a nice day. Can I get it fixed? No. I mean, yeah, if you want to pay for a new one, but no.
As an Irishman once said, such is life.
But
Yeah.
I think it's for the best, because if they're going full wireless, you know that all these other people are going to come out with their wireless stuff, and
Yeah,
Apple's
absolutely.
making it a bit easier with this W1 chip, which obviously somehow creates a stronger connection or more secure connection to the hardware, and so you're going to get. I reckon it's going to propel wireless technology
Yeah.
to the next level.
I just hope that they don't use Bluetooth the whole time, because I get Bluetooth's like where it's at the moment.
Yeah.
But Bluetooth was never intended for audio to be
Originally,
but
it's like 4.1 now,
yeah,
man.
I know, but just
Well,
maybe
it's
like they
been
could
growing
like design
since day one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's just bigger and bigger and bigger. It's,
Yeah.
I still remember seeing the Bluetooth for the first time. This
Oh.
guy, I thought he was talking to me. It's like, huh? What are you talking about?
Oh,
I
you
think-
want to know something funny? In primary school, my friend I didn't have my own phone at the time, and my friend gave me his old phone. I'm like, oh, you got an old phone? Okay. I started and got my first phone, and he gave it to me. He's like, oh yeah, I'll transfer you some music real quick. His phone had Bluetooth, but this one didn't, so we infrareded it. We went onto
infrared.
we went to the bag rack, and we put our phones here and here, facing exactly into each other, and we infrared music to each other. And it
I
took
remember
so
that.
long for one song.
Okay, yeah. So, probably last thing, yeah, so the friggin', what were we just talking about again? Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, yeah.
Yeah. So, Bluetooth. I reckon it's on 4.1 right now. It's going to get better.
Mhm.
I'd say by either 5.0 or if they do incremental updates now, because they've
Yeah.
gone from 1 to 2 to 3. So, if they go to 5 or to 4.2, I reckon you're going to get higher bandwidth and better
Yeah.
lower power transfers.
Yep.
And it will push everyone to have. I don't reckon it'll be long before you start getting like 5 or 10 hour battery lives, because like the AirPods have a 5-hour battery life for those tiny things.
Yeah.
If you got a bigger ones, like I got bigger ones, that gives me 60 hours with no noise cancelling or 24 hours with active noise cancelling. So I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yeah,
And I
hope not.
I think once it gets better as well, you're going to be able to transfer at 320 kilobits per second like a bit rate,
Yep.
which means you're going to get all the bass, all the audio that you should be getting.
Yep.
And so people talking about audio quality.
Won't be an issue anymore.
It's not
Yeah.
an issue. Even now, even people who complain about being like, oh, it sounds bad. There's so many people who will not do a blind test because they know they can't tell the difference.
Well, I mean, I
between,
know I
like,
can't tell the difference.
Yeah, between a
Purely
$20
because-
cable and a $200 or a $2,000 cable. Yeah, they just can't tell the difference between when they're listening to headphones.
I just guess we don't have that supersonic hearing,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I suppose
It
it
doesn't
doesn't.
matter. For the people complaining, it's like, great, you got great hearing. For 99% of the people,
No, we
they
don't.
just use their headphones that come in with their Samsung, with their iPhone,
Yeah, and they
Who
work
cares?
fine.
who cares?
But insane the amount of iPhone headphones I've gone through. Holy, yeah, that's
Um,
going back a bit.
probably last thing from me, I'm probably going to plan to watch Blair Witch.
Yeah, we'll see that too. Yep.
I'll give it a go, but I have to admit something. I was terrified of the very first
So
one.
was I.
When I was like 14.
When it first came out, I thought it was real.
So did I, yeah. I was terrified.
Why would you not? I mean, that's how it was filmed. Like, there was like the whole handycam thing.
Yeah.
They did start that, didn't they? It was
Yeah.
the very first film to actually
Yeah.
have that hand. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was awesome. I mean, they did Cloverfield that tried.
I like Cloverfield,
I'm on the fence with that one too.
but I'm gonna rewatch the original Blair Witch
Yeah.
so I can even remember what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
I
long
just
time.
can't.
Yeah.
I just cannot remember at all what happened.
In fact, maybe to
Um,
get into the movie, we'll go watch all the Paranormal Activities.
I got a quick way. Watch that episode of Family Guy where Brian's got the blind guy in it. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay, they're all dead. A lot of people are pissed. that's one way of watching Blair Witch again.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch that, and then I'll probably go see the Blair Witch probably
Yeah.
on the weekend or next week sometime before we do our next podcast.
Next one. Yep.
I'm going to try. I'd like to review a game for next week's podcast as well.
Yeah.
I want to give it a go.
Specifically.
Yeah, specifically, I was looking at this game called Watch This. It's just come out on Steam. It's a horror puzzle game. It looks really interesting art style, really cool stuff. I'm going to give it a go.
Well, up next week I'll probably talk about some Magic stuff, Magic the Gathering. These guys don't like it, but I'm gonna. There was a pre-release on the weekend that I went to, and I pulled some pretty cool stuff. And looking at the spoilers, nobody cares. All right. Well, apparently nobody cares.
Nah, we'll go through it.
Nah, I know nobody
It'll
cares.
be. I want to learn about Magic. It's time.
I mean,
Lots
you
more
showed
TV.
me how to play it at PAX last year.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
You still have those cards?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I still got them. I think in my bag? No, they're not in my bag anymore.
Are you sure you do? Yeah, I do.
Someone saw some kids for some candy? I don't know.
Yeah. Now there was some good cards that got released in the newest expansion, and so they will be legal in the format
For competition.
for competition as of the weekend coming. So that'll be interesting. See if they actually make it into some people's decks.
Yeah.
Specifically, some specific ones, but I'll talk about that next week.
Yeah,
We've all
cool.
got some solid homework then, don't we?
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. This is our first podcast. Again, Max, Jacob, myself, Travis, Lachlan behind the camera, and cool. That's it.
Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy, San Diego.